All right, thank you, Royal. Arizona kids are heading back to school right now, and the big picture stats aren't great. Our state ranks near the bottom for our school system and near the top for dropout rates. But there's a push now to make the classroom more engaging using music. It's all the work of the Phoenix Symphony, and today we have Dr. Jenna Dom acting second flute at the Phoenix Symphony. She's the one with the flute. And we got Carly Batcha, a teacher at the academies at South Mountain High School. Thank you both for coming in today.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you. Of course. So tell me a little bit about what the Phoenix Symphony is doing. There's a number of different programs that you guys have, right, Jenna?
Absolutely. We bring students in for field trips, open rehearsals, so the students get to actually witness a working rehearsal with the musicians. And the really special thing is, as musicians of the Phoenix Symphony, we actually interact with more community members that are outside our normal performing season than actually in the hall.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Very cool. And you also go to classrooms and perform for kids there. And there's a special program called Mind Over Music.
Mind Over Music, exactly. Yeah. And this is a program where musicians go into the classroom and work one-on-one with teachers to help come up with ways to teach the curriculum to students in maybe a different way than they've experienced in the past.
Fascinating. So, Carly, you're a teacher.
Yes.
You know the struggles of maybe getting kids engaged. How does this help? What does this do?
Yeah, this has been phenomenal, actually. Jenna and I have worked together for 9 years, and I'm currently a transition teacher in Upward and Onward, and she comes in and we just co-teach on lessons on things that the students are already learning, and really it's just like reiterating what's in our curriculum. So we might work on things related to professionalism or teamwork or interviewing. So Jenna can do it from her sense of working in the symphony, and we tie it together and kind of do mock practices. So
interesting. Okay, so sort of like some real world examples and things like that.
Exactly.
Yeah, I imagine if you're sort of standing up there at the whiteboard pointing to these terms, that gets one response. But when you bring in a musician and they can talk about it, I imagine it really has an impact.
Yeah, and if even like professionalism, we'll have her come in and pretend that she's late and she forgot her flute and her outfit is a mess. And then she comes back in a second time and she's early. She has her flute, she introduces herself, and it's just like, how would you want to be perceived when you're going in for a job or an interview? So it's
or
real
a performance.
World. Exactly.
And speaking of a performance, Jenna, we could not have a professional flute player on the show without you playing. So please, if you wouldn't mind, would you please give us kind of a sense of what the kids might hear, what you might play in one of these classroom visits?
Yeah, so if the students are working, maybe like expressing their feelings or learning new vocab, Miss Jenna might play a piece, and then we would ask them how the music makes them feel. So Derek, we might be asking you.
Okay, I'll pay attention. Okay, so my options are tenderness or happiness. I felt tenderness. I felt inquisitiveness. I don't know. Were we going for that, or were we going for happiness there?
There really is no one answer, which is really cool. The students really surprise you every time.
Yeah.
They might even tell you that it makes them feel sleepy, which is pretty funny
for us. The sleepy vibe, but yes.
Everyone's different.
I love that. And so this taps into sort of a skill set that students might not have otherwise, that ability to communicate their emotions and their feelings, and I imagine that's important.
Yeah, so everything that we're doing is in Upward and Onward is making sure the students are prepared for independence and like a lifetime of success. So bringing a professional musician in, letting the students meet her and know someone famous, right? Like they feel so empowered, and working with different populations of students. Jenna's so good at making sure it's accessible and adaptable and showing them that they're important and, you know, their life is going to matter forever.
Yeah, I imagine that's powerful as a musician too. I mean, you're used to playing to, you know, folks that are well off that can go to the symphony or whatever, but to connect with kids and change lives, that's got to be special.
Absolutely. And the cool thing is, after I've worked with them all year, they get to come to the hall, take a tour backstage, see what we do as musicians, and witness a performance, which is really special.
And we have to mention that this is all funded, right, by donations and by an event that's coming up later this October, I believe, for the Phoenix Symphony.
Yes, we have the gala. And we're also in the midst of a campaign to help raise funding as well.
Yes, so we need your help to continue this great work. Thank you both for coming in.
Thank you so much.
All right, up next, we are talking about pumping up a different kind of music, electronic.